December 20th, Jehovah Witness. And I tell you right now, I woke up. And I tell you, I woke up with the glory of God. I have a piece of the glory of God. I've been chosen. Just like you in the world, God said, as you, your father, Jehovah Witness, has been chosen to be bullied. You were always chosen as the day of you were born. God ain't here to embarrass my character, and he's never been here to embarrass your character. He's brought the family, your father, your God brought the family the day you were born, and you were monitored ever since. God tells me I didn't expect this. God said, I didn't know that I was going to be the supreme king of the world. God said, I didn't know, but I was chosen. I was like you. When was my turn? When was my turn? But I tell you, your turn has always been. God said, your turn has always been since the day you were born. From the three enemies, you were never an exception. You were never going to be ignored. God said they were going to attack with bullying, making fun of each other. And they would stand by and see, God said, as I tell you, he's witnesses, and they'll see how far you take it. And when you get hurt, they'll come back tomorrow. They ain't going to stop. That's why God's told you many times to always preach the word of bullying. It's a 365-day job. You may have stopped it today, but tomorrow it may begin again, because sometimes it could go on for days, God said. You've seen it. You know it. You have the education, God. I tell you, your God, I tell you, I wake your mind up. Your God says, Jehovah Witness, your prayers are answered, that the bully doesn't stop. It's a 365-day. You have to let the next generation have it. And the generation, you have to make sure that you now know that you got a name on that book, a name on that video, that you're passing the message, so you'll be in heaven, have the victory of God as well. That's how you've been chosen. That's your purpose, I tell you, God said. I tell you right now, generation after generation has told you and told many others before you that they have a purpose here, and it's together, and it's together. It's not about bullying. I tell you now, God says, I tell you now, I tell you in this December 20th of 2004 that I sent messages, miracle messages, and I tell you they're direct from heaven. You're right, I don't direct everything. I have my sons and children here as well pass miracle messages, because they are perfect. They're supreme perfect. They know how to do it. I tell you, my children of the world. I'll tell you right now, as I speak, I don't like bullying. I never have, and I never accepted it. Your God tells you right now, I don't have a manual when you're born to bully. It's the word of today, and it'll be the word of tomorrow. It'll be the word when you get to heaven. You'll graduate before many, that God doesn't accept bullying. You now know that when we're in heaven, you may turn around. You will turn around. You will help your family. You will help 20 generations from here of your family when they're down, when they're being attacked by the three dummies one day, and you'll ask, God, I couldn't believe it. I'm glad I wrote something down of the miracle messages. I'm glad I passed the Bible. I'm glad I passed the Quran. I'm your God. Your God wants to be known, that he knows that you're being watched, here in the new kingdom of hearing and seeing. And many other things, I tell you, God, many other things. I have to sometimes direct you to the lifeline of where to get food. I have to direct your king to give $20, God said, to the homeless so he could eat for 2 days, God said. I direct him too. I tell my son he needs something to eat, and he does it because I know he has passion. I help him get jobs. Your God, I do many things. Your Father, I am the giver. I am the provider. I am the helper, your God says. And I'm also the provider, and let you know that I'm your helper, to let you know it's a 365. Your God, your Father, which all in the Quran, all in the Bible, tells you today that bullying must stop, God said. We'll end that.